it going, ladies and gentlemen? Back at it again, justifying back at it. Like I said in the previous video, I had noticed there were many classifications for men, but there were none for women, and I just decided to come up with three. Again, like I said, the major classifications, social classifications for women are queen, princess, and concubine. And it fits in historical context because that's all there ever really was. Going back 3,000 to 4,000 years to known human history. And like I said, came up with these social classifications just as you have alpha, beta, delta, and echo male. You got what I think queen, what I know is queen, princess, and concubine because that's how it goes. Again, so we'll go through this and give you some of the characteristics of the queen in the dating marketplace. All right. So number one, she's universally recognized as an 8, 9, or 10, meaning it's if she's average or below, she's not a queen. It doesn't work that way. It's like calling a 5'5" guy an alpha. It doesn't work. It can be, but it just doesn't work that way, especially not for women because of how they choose to mate, their mating strategy. Okay, that's first and foremost. Women are beauty objects. Everyone understands that. People lie to themselves about it. So, again, she's universally recognized as an 8, 9, or 10. 10 is subjective to anybody. 10 is always subjective, but 8, 9, that's not really subjective. Anyone can identify an 8 or 9. Basically 8 out of 9, 8 out of 10 men are going to agree that she's an 8, 9, or 10. That's how it's going to work. Secondly, when she walks in a room, all eyes are on her. Anywhere she goes, people look at her. That's how she stands out from other women in terms of her appearance. And I'll let you know something about women that look that good. They're generally pleasant. That's number 3. They're generally very, very pleasant. And I'll tell you why. Because it's very, very easy for them to come off as arrogant because of how they look. And people, especially other women, do not like arrogant, pretty women. So when women are unpleasant, they're not 10s. It's usually going to be an 8, 9, or 10 that is a pleasant woman. And subsequently, when they're pleasant, they're limited in the foul language they use. You're not going to hear a whole bunch of just vulgar language. That's for the concubines. Concubines have vulgar mouths. All right. Another sign of a 10 or of a queen, she doesn't deal with criminals. Because that's low self-esteem behavior. Women that deal with criminals have low self-esteem because she has high self-esteem, so she understands what comes with that. So any woman, most women who are queens are sensible women because they're forced to be. They don't get a lot of leeway for whatever reason. They just don't get a lot of. There's not a lot of places they can be without upsetting people. If they're in that environment around criminals, they're going to upset the hoochie mamas in that environment. So they really don't deal with criminals, for the most part. All right. Most of them, another reason they don't deal with criminals is because they're spoiled for legitimate choice. Not lames or wolves in DMs, but men who truly want her. A lot of women think the men on their DMs are realistic options. They're not. They're not. That's like bragging about monopoly money. But attention is currency to women. But attention is a currency to a woman who's a 10. She gets attention everywhere she goes, whether she got makeup or not. So people in her DMs and stuff, that doesn't matter to her. All right. Another sign of a queen. She is never a side chick to a man she can't have to herself. That's number one sign. She never deals with a man she can't have. Because she's going to be better than 90% of the women that man has ever been with. Unless he's a supreme alpha, like professional athlete or something like that, executive. But for the most part, she's going to be better than 90 to 100% of the women the man she's dealing with has ever encountered. All right. Body count. Comes to a queen, body count doesn't matter because of the type of men she's been with. Body count matters because with other women, because they typically lay with losers, and you don't want to pay more than what a loser had to pay. That's why body count really matters to men. But when it comes to a queen, she's only getting bedded by men who are top tier. Top tier. Because she has very, very, very high self-worth. All right, again, they're very humble and sweet. And with feelings of high self-worth, women who are queens will leave a man at the drop of a hat. They'll leave. They don't cheat, they leave. Because, again, they're spoiled for a legitimate choice. Women who cheat and stay don't have many options. That's concubine behavior. Concubines don't have a lot of options. Not they have a lot of options for intercourse. They don't have a lot of options for men that'll do things for them. But a queen does, so that's why they leave. All right, she can easily replace any man with a locked-in alternative. Like she doesn't got to gamble. Like basically, she doesn't have to monkey branch, which is what cheating is women monkey branching. All right, she does not need makeup to be considered gorgeous. Again, I think it was Corey Holcomb that said the sign of a true 10 or a true bad B is when she can put a hat on and walk outside and still be a 10, be a gorgeous woman. All right. She has a decent pedigree. Meaning she comes from good stock. I don't know how much that matters, but it does. She comes from good stock. All right. And one of the number one signs of a queen, a woman that's classified as a queen, modern queen, she does not have to lie to men in the same way an alpha doesn't have to lie to women. Women who lie are concubines. She does not have to lie about a dual mating strategy because she knows men are willing to compete for her. Women who lie about their dual mating strategy do so because they know men are not willing to compete for them. That's why they have to lie. That is why they have to lie about what they're doing, because they know they are nothing to be competed for men to compete over. That's why. That is why. But again, like I said, this is just defined, and these are some of my classifications of the women I see. And if you want to, like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.